This is Josh Wood's Genesis Podcast. My hope is that this will help you connect in new ways with the God of the Bible, as it helps me study, process, and think out loud. Thanks so much for listening. Let's go. This week we're in Genesis 2. There's a lot here, but I'm going to focus on verse 18 today. That's one of the luxuries of creating these posts, is I can focus on whatever I want to. Here's verse 18. It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. NIV. This year I've been married for 23 years. For me, that makes 23 years of discovering in a variety of ways the deep, deep truth of that Genesis 18 verse in my life. Personally, my natural inclination is not adventure. It's safety. It's caution. Had I remained single, I'm confident I would have spent every waking hour holed up in some office, forever working and studying but never serving or living. My people skills would be non-existent. I'd be an eccentric hoarder of money, information, time, and emotion. Thank God for my wife. When it comes to adventure, she's an icon. She injects excitement into our family. She stretches our comfort zones. She keeps me out of the world of theory and engaged in the much more enjoyable world of trial and failure and success and action. She is my favorite person on this planet, and she is my constant motivator. That said, God knew I needed a helper, and not in the passive, acquiescent, flattering, or subservient sense of the word. No, I needed a helper in the original Hebrew biblical sense of the word. Throughout the Old Testament, the Hebrew word for helper, ezer, used in Genesis 2:18, refers to God himself as a helper to humanity. Special thanks to Strong's exhaustive concordance for that information. Additionally, this Hebrew word for help is used in the context of military alliance and reinforcement. So not only is the word helper used in the context of God helping humanity, but it is also used in a military context. What does this tell me? It tells me that God didn't create Eve because Adam needed a trusty sidekick to help him name the animals or build a tree fort or declutter his man cave or do his laundry or make him sandwiches. He didn't need a passenger seat occupying sidekick for cross Garden of Eden road trips or a, "Hey Adam, does this fig leaf spark joy?" questioning sidekick to help him declutter his life. No, what Adam needed, what humans needed, was a military-grade ally to bring military-grade reinforcement in a divinely inspired way. Because parenting is messy, because life is messy, it is not good for man to be alone. There have been seasons in life when I've foolishly treated my wife as though my life plans mattered more than her life plans. During these seasons, I acted as though she was created to be my helper in a passive, trusty sidekick kind of way. Like a Robin to my Batman, like a passenger seat navigator to my driver's seat trip commander. 23 years of marriage and almost 21 years of parenting in the trenches have taught me this. Wives were not meant to be resigned to the passenger seats of life. I don't believe that was God's design or the biblical meaning of the word helper. I think that's why so much tension is created when husbands assume a role of an authoritative delegator, placing themselves in the driver's seat of life as the czar of the family, while relegating their wives to the role of the ever-subservient passenger seat sidekick. Worse, sometimes husbands, myself included, don't allow their wives a seat in the car, or in our case, really large white van, at all. Instead, we keep secrets. We don't allow them to help. We fight battles alone. That was not God's design either. It's not good for man to be alone, or to deal with life's challenges or sin or battles alone. Life is better with military-grade reinforcement, not sidekick subservience. To navigate life, to lovingly confront our messes, to go to battle with us and for us in the literal and figurative trenches of the depravity in our lives. It is not good for man to be alone.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 Genesis 2, verse 18 in the mix. God said, man alone, that ain't the fix. Not good solo, need a helper by my side. 23 years married, what a wild ride. I'm cautious, safe, that's my natural flow. Without my wife, I'd hoard and never grow. She's adventure, she's fire, my number one pick. Pushes me past theory into life real quick. It ain't good for man to roll alone. Need a helper strong, carved from the bone. Not a sidekick, nah, she's military grade. Reinforcement in the mess we've made. Helper ain't passive, check the Hebrew script. Ezer, like God when the battle's equipped. Old Testament vibes, it's alliance, it's fight. Not a maid or a shadow, but a soldier in sight. I've messed up, put her in the backseat. Acted like her dreams took a backseat to me. 23 years, 21 with kids in the fray. She's no passenger, she's helping slay. It ain't good for man to roll alone. Need a helper strong, carved from the bone. Not a sidekick, nah, she's military grade. Reinforcement in the mess we've made. No, yo, reinforcement in the mess we've made. Life's a trench, messy, wild, and deep. Secret solo? Nah, that's too steep. She's my ally, confronting the sin. With Jesus we fight, with Jesus we win. Reinforcement in the mess we've made. Yo, it ain't good for man to roll alone. Need a helper strong, carved from the bone. Not a sidekick, nah, she's military grade. Reinforcement in the mess we've made. Yo, reinforcement in the mess we've made. Yo, reinforcement in the mess we've made. Life's a trench, messy, wild, and deep. Secret solo, nah, that's too steep. She's my ally, confronting the sin. With Jesus we fight, with Jesus we win. Yo, life's a trench, messy, wild, and deep. Secret solo, nah, that's too steep. She's my ally, confronting the sin. With Jesus we fight.
You've been listening to Josh Wood's Genesis podcast. Feel free to connect with me on Substack, Instagram, Facebook, X, or Threads. My username is JoshWoodTX on all of the above. Thanks for listening. See you next time.